Good afternoon. Welcome back. My name is Amy Sweezy. You are watching TESOL TV. This is TESOL 2022. We are getting close to the end of day 2. We've had so much great information and interviews today. Ethan Trihn is my next guest here, and Ethan is an instructor getting your PhD at Georgia State.
Yes.
Originally from Vietnam, now in Atlanta.
Right.
And you are featured in the TESOL press book called Social Emotional Learning in the English Language Classroom.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about that. Why are you featured in that book?
Oh, wow. So I guess I have to say thank you to the co-authors of the book, Louise and Hilda, to invite me to feature me in their book. So I guess part of the reason is that I practice meditation in my teaching, in my daily life, in my writing, because every time that I come to the class, I always just try to have the student to practice mindfulness, trying to practice breathing, and it gives a space for everyone to pause, to center themselves and be aware of what is going on, around them. And I always believe social well-being is part of our life. If you do not center on yourself, right? If you do not prioritize your mental and physical health, how can you be strong? How can you be good enough to continue the work that you are doing? And as you know, that being a teacher educator, being a researcher, it has been a very heavy responsibility and a lot of heavy workload. So I'm just thinking about centering yourself, centering your wellness, centering your well-being as part of this teaching.
Okay. Obviously this is a good thing for teachers. It's a good thing for students. It's a good thing for everybody, right?
Right.
But does it help? Do you feel like it helps students learn better?
Definitely. Definitely, and I can give you an example.
Okay.
So in every section, because now we are teaching on Zoom, right? Because of the pandemic. So the students have so many things going on in their life before they come to the classroom.
Right.
So I call myself a critical teacher educator. And what I mean by critical is that I have to be aware of the mental health of my student. And it's just so important, especially when you have engaged the student into a very uncomfortable conversation, such as racism, homophobia, xenophobia, sexism, right? Some sort of the conversation that need to center the well-beings, to take a breath, to have a space where everyone feel welcome. Create a space where everyone can take a deep breath before they can start expressing themselves. And I think that is kind of the space that, we all need, not only for students, but also for teachers. Because I always think about the building of a community of learners, and where I am not only a learner, but also the facilitator, So I always, when I'm talking with you, I miss my student. I miss their faces. I miss their smiles. And I always tell my student that, even though you turn off your camera, but I know that behind the camera, you're smiling. And make sure that you take a deep breath, before you enter the conversation, because it is a safe space for you. So when you create that kind of the mentality for the student, they feel safe, they feel welcome, and then they feel encouraged, right, to participate in uncomfortable conversation.
You've been involved with TESOL in many different ways over the years.
Yes.
Your current members and current chairs and past chairs.
Okay.
You are a past chair of the TESOL LGBTQ and Friends Professional Learning Network.
Yes.
You were a panelist in
Right.
TESOL's Asian American and Pacific Islanders Inspired webinar last year.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about that. What does it mean to you that TESOL has these opportunities to recognize and welcome everyone?
I have to say that TESOL give me a door, a platform actually to connect me, to encourage me to come into the professional network. I come from Vietnam, and I never expect there's a day that I was sitting here with everyone in this space, sharing, talking about myself, right? So TESOL give me that kind of platform, give me that kind of encouragement, give me the courageousness that you are welcome, you are valuable, and your representation matters, your voice matters, and I believe that. Before I came here, I attended a section for LGBT PLN. And because I was a past chair, so I came and then I expressed my, experience and emphasize how important it is to build a community. Because we all talk about the marginalized voice, we talk about marginalized representation, and I feel that I'm part of the community. And TESOL create a space, a safe space for us to talk about that. Whereas, there's a lot of spaces in the world that you cannot talk about it.
Right.
So I just feel that TESOL create a platform, create a safe space for me and for other people who need to come and share and support and learn from and with each other.
Did you receive a mentoring award? So tell me about this.
Okay. It is very funny because I applied all of the fellowship and the award at TESOL, and I didn't get any, but that one. That is called the Leadership Mentoring Award, like Leadership Mentoring Program Award. So I applied for that, and luckily I got the award. So that award actually helped me to be mentored by a past president of TESOL. Her name is Luciana, and she was kind enough to take me and to mentor me. So I shared with her, and then actually I shared with her, and then yesterday we had a networking event, right? And where I can talk with, the past president and the executive director of TESOL. And I shared with them that I want to be the next president of TESOL because I want to continue the path that they created. But I also wanted to, create a space where we talk about inclusivity, right? We talk about criticality. We talk about well-being. We talk about safety. We talk about, the space that we can build a world a better place. So I share with them, and people can say like you, and even people could say that I'm too ambitious. But that is my dream. That is my ambition, and I'm going to work toward.
And you've spoken it.
I'm very vocal about it, and I will make my dream happen. It is not for me, but I think that is kind of like the way that I can show to the world that if I can do that, you can do that.
Right.
If I am an immigrant and I can come to the space to think with, the critical scholar around the world, why not you? So you can be the next president of TESOL if I can do that.
Well, you're well on your way with all the membership on the Convention Professional Council, right? You'll be planning next year's conference in Portland.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
That'll be very exciting.
I'm very excited about that.
And then you're the current chair of the Social Responsibility Intersection as well, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So that is the intersection that is open to all of the members of TESOL.
Okay.
That, we talk about social issues and how we can take responsibility together. So I think that is one of the important intersection among other sections to be able to connect and build a global community.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Lots of opportunities you've mentioned that people can get involved with.
Yes.
Ethan Trihn, Social Emotional Learning in the English Language Classroom. Also, if you haven't seen that book, we want to encourage everybody to go out and get that one as well. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm hoping after we're done with the interview, you can show me some breathing exercises.
Sure, definitely. Thank you.
All right, thank you,
Ethan.
Ethan.
Thank you so much.